You there? Anything? Oh, good. You guys have a good Halloween, I hope. Yes. Good trick or treat. Good candy. Something. Yes. You guys did nothing for Halloween? Like this.
So I have bought candy, but literally no kids came by. So I have a whole bit of candy.
That's perfect, because you should always buy what you like, just in case they don't come by.
Yeah, but I was so excited and nobody. And I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you forget to leave the porch light on, and I've done that before. Oops, I forgot. Darn. Nah, I went out with the little one, but didn't seem to be as many houses this year.
Yeah, in my neighborhood, people don't really give out candy like that no more.
Well, hopefully they'll get back to it. It's a great holiday for the kids. All right, so let's do so. Any questions on the Illustrator before we get going here? So you guys are doing that. We're going to be move it into the poster next, and I'll get a spec sheet up on that. But you should be at this point into your logos. And like I said, if you have a couple, like, hey, I'm looking at these couple, 3 or 4, whatever, you can share your screen today, and I'll give you guys some feedback on those, so you can keep progressing on them. So feel free to get those there. Yeah, we go to this area over here in Yorba Linda, the lakes. It's always pretty good. This year, like I said, it was pretty good. A lot of people, but a lot of the houses weren't given out. I don't know why. Recessions, maybe. I don't know. All right, so get your files however you want. Again, we're just you guys can share the screen and look at them. And like I said, we're gonna move on to this next, the poster, and I'll work up a sheet and we'll go back over it. And
can they be drawn out and just like a picture of the drawing?
Yeah, if you do draw, what I ask you to do is bring it into Illustrator and then do at least a live trace on it to make it vector.
Okay.
Because at this point, literally everything has to get into the computer. It's just how everything works. So even if you were gonna, I don't know, you did a drawing, to duplicate it, to mass produce it, we have to get into the computer somehow. So it's not to say that we don't have drawings in the computer. It's just that we have to kind of scan them in or photograph them in.
I just meant for like you to like see like the idea before.
Oh, for now. Oh yeah. Oh, totally. For that. Yeah. No, you can just show me a sketch or a picture. That's fine. A photograph.
Okay.
Yeah, totally
I can do that right now.
Well, we'll get to that in the end. We'll do the
Okay.
shares at the end. So if there's anybody else, to get your stuff together, and we'll look at those before we go. Questions about the logo or anything like that? Just like, hey, I forgot how to do text on an arc or something like that. Any kind of technical issues somebody's run up across? No, y'all like good. So you guys are experts, and that's good to hear. Let me just save this, because today we're going to talk about how you can make some money, right? Using Illustrator and/or Photoshop. Make money now, not in the future. You can make some money now, or at the very least, make some kind of cool gifts. We do have the holiday season coming up. So I want to kind of go over the ideas of make t-shirts and putting stuff on, logos, designs, not logos. It's not, you're going to put your personal logo on a t-shirt and give it to your friend, but well, maybe you would. But how do you kind of incorporate and bring some of your designs, your art, your photography into a place or arena where you can start to make some money? And again, if you're not making money with it, that's fine, but you can at least, do some kind of customization and do some things for, family and friends and all that kind of good stuff. So I want to talk about the world of kind of direct to garment, direct to product. If there's no any Illustrator questions. So what we're talking about is called POD, print on demand. And I'm just going to kind of go through it. I use, and I'll show you what I use. It's not by any, there are many companies out there. Let me put it that way. So I would, definitely suggest do your own research, find what works for you. I've been using a company called Printful for, I don't know, 5-6 years at this point. And they actually print my t-shirts. So any t-shirts that I sell or I wear, they're doing it. And the cool thing about this kind of the concept of this print on demand, and I'm referencing this in particular t-shirts, is you don't need to have any inventory. So because it's hard to know who's going to buy what. It's hard to know what sizes you're going to need, etc., what colors, and all of those things cost a lot of money. And in the past, that's how you did it. If you wanted to sell t-shirts, you would have to go out and invest, a couple $100 or more into getting t-shirts made. And then you could sell them and hope that you had the right sizes, and hope you didn't have too few mediums or too many mediums, and you had enough small and those kind of things. So with this concept of print on demand that they have out there, you can literally set up a store, and we'll go through some of the places you can set up stores at, or you can just do it yourself and sell them to people directly as needed. Okay, so when it comes to something like t-shirts, there is no inventory that you would need. Can't see. Hold on. Okay, so I have, and again, I'm just going to use my stuff as an example. These are all t-shirts that I've designed and sell, and some sweatshirts and etc. And all of these shirts, the hats and stuff, I have those I had those made and I have them and I ship those out as needed. But if you need a t-shirt, it will be printed as you ask for it. Okay, so meaning I have no inventory. So if you wanted the bison shirt, it comes in this case 4 different colors, and it comes in a variety of sizes. And as you order it, it will send a thing to me, and then also to, in this case, Printful, and they will print it out, package it up, and send it off to the person. And in fact, when it comes to like t-shirts, I never see them or touch them. It's all being done through this Printful. And then when they ship it, they even have the labels that has your name, your logo and stuff on it. So they call it white labeling, where somebody else is printing it and they're putting your label on it. The white label means that their labels are blank, your name goes on it. So it's a really cool way of doing stuff and not having to do inventory. Okay, and they start at, my price starts at $29.99. And if we look over here to Printful, we're just going to go through some shirts, and we'll just do t-shirts. And they have a variety of brands and sizes and colors. And you can kind of go through and see these are print all over, heavyweight. It's a print all over shirt also. I usually use the Bella canvas for mine because they have a pretty good selection. The price is pretty decent. So I'm basically paying $13. I'm charging $39. And then there's the shipping and so forth in there. So you can see, depending on what shirt you do, how much money you would make per shirt, type of thing. Here's some, they're $23 a shirt, and that's a hemp eco-friendly type of shirt. And you can do this whether it's 1 or 100. Obviously, if you get into bigger numbers, you're going to want to go to silk screening because it's going to be cheaper. Okay, so if we, let's say, did the Bella canvas, and we were going to, pick a shirt to be done, this price, the $12.95 price, it's a little higher than if you were silk screening. Okay, so if you were to silk screen onto this shirt, you're probably looking at, we're just going to say $6, maybe $7, somewhere in that ballpark. But that's buying in bulk, meaning you're buying 24 or 48 shirts at a time. Okay, and that also means you're investing. Okay, so you're putting in, 100 plus $200 into t-shirts, and again, not knowing the sizes and how many you're going to need. Okay, so by working on this print on demand kind of way, they're only making them as you need them. Does that make sense? You're not having kind of inventory. You're not having to invest into that. And again, as you start off, as you get going, this really is the way to go. And you can be creative, right? You can sit there and design all day long, Photoshop, Illustrator, whatever it is you want to do, and upload your designs and sell them. And if 2 people buy that shirt that week, great. If no one buys it this week, that's great. Okay, you can go through it and put them up, and you're not out anything, but you're kind of your design time. Okay, so you can just kind of work things up, and if it's not a lot people are buying it, that's okay. You can take it down. Okay, you're not left with any kind of inventory that then you have to quote put on clearance or sell off. Okay, and that's kind of really what kind of stores do. It's either last season or it hasn't sold, and they're coming in with new stuff. So they got to get rid of the old stuff so they can make room for the new stuff. We don't have that problem when you're dealing with this kind of print on demand model. Okay, does that make sense, guys, on this? Yes? No?
You have that set up. How do you set that up into your website?
Well, through the website, I'm using an e-commerce platform. So they are basically people behind the scenes are working with programs that will let you set it up and then have it talk automatically, in this case, to Printful. And again, there are other companies doing this print on demand thing also. So I use Shopify, but there's stuff like Square, Weebly, Squarespace. So you can set these up pretty simply. And if you go through, let me see if they are actually, at some point in here, they tell you they're not easy. I can tell you Shopify is pretty simple. They start at $29 a month. So again, you don't want to do this if you're just doing a couple shirts. You can go directly to Printful and set up an account and upload your stuff. Does that make sense? So you can try stuff out. So like I'm going to try out a flag design just because I feel like I can. They sent me a thing, it's something new. They got a special going. So I'm going to get this design between now and tomorrow so I can get a discounted price on this and just do one. Okay, and if I like it, then I might make it available to sell online. But through this, you're just kind of setting it up through whichever company you want to work with. Does that make sense? There is no, you have to use a certain company. They, like I said, they have companies that are already preset, and they're kind of awesome. And like I said, there's Etsy and stuff like that. I wouldn't worry about eBay and Amazon yet. They'll get a little bit more complicated and they take more fees. But but in these kind of things, if you have a really small business, you can do this, and you're not having to outlay a lot of money. Does that make sense? So it's always about how cheap can I do it? Let me go back to their home, and I thought I saw a page that they used to show you. And you can see they do socks, they do bags, they do leggings, they do embroidery. So you can do embroidered shirts or embroidery on hats. They do pillows, fanny packs, kids' clothing, women's clothing, dresses, hoodies, pretty much everything, right? I mean, it's like, well, not everything, but they do a ton of stuff. And you can technically ship all over the world with this because they have actually factories around the world that they're actually doing this stuff now for. but you can just kind of pick what you choose, pick and choose what you want. And again, if you don't like it, you can change it. And then again, for the integration, this is where here we go. So they're saying Etsy is pretty fast to set up. It's good for beginners. It's got a low price. Okay, and I'm not sure. Let me see what does. Etsy says, did they even give you a guest price? 5% transaction fee plus a 20-cent fee to publish the product. So in this case, if it was, if it costs $100, they're going to charge you $5. Okay, plus a 20-cent fee to put the product up just the first time. Okay, I assume that's I don't know if that's each time or not, the 20-cent fee. But you can set up an Etsy store right now with designs in it. Okay, I just use the Shopify because it gives me a little bit more opportunity, not options, probably the better word. And they show you these are the companies that they're set up with. So they basically, you will download and link and basically an app with that. So on mine, there's an app in the back door thing that you can kind of go. Okay. And they'll let you put in their products. Okay, and you can have, in this case, as many as you want, and you can turn things on and off. And you can see it says no inventory because it's not actually kept as a product. And then you have it set up, say it's online, it goes to Printful, and you can also set this up so it links to your Pinterest, your Instagram, your Facebook, all those kind of things. And you just put in what you want and mock-ups of the shirts. And you can do all the mock-ups through Shopify or Printful, I should say. And then you just kind of upload it all. Okay. So it's a really cool thing. And then you can add in quote the apps. This is where we put in the link to Printful. Okay, so it just knows it's linked to my Printful account back and forth. So when an order comes in, I get an email that somebody ordered, and Printful sends me an email say they got the order. When they get done making it, they ship it out. They send me an email that they shipped it, and here's the tracking information and all that kind of stuff, should I need it. Okay, so it's we're in a really cool time now. I mean, literally, this is the last, we're gonna say 8-10 years that this stuff is really starting to come about, that you can do this. You can set up your own store. You can set up your own e-commerce site, and it takes care of everything in the sense of credit card information, all that. I don't see any of that. I just get a deposit into my bank account with that. So it's secure in the sense that you don't have to worry about, getting some credit card numbers and all that kind of stuff or being hacked. It's not my issue. They have their own security to take care of all of that kind of stuff. And like I said, the options are out there. It's really kind of cool because of that. And what I would say is, definitely you should guys be looking. You guys can design, right? You just told me today that you can use Illustrator, right? And you can use Photoshop. And it's just really a matter of uploading it. So all of the products typically have some kind of template, or they give you kind of information on sizing. So as you scroll down, somewhere in here is the guidelines. Okay, so this is the print area, front or back is 12 by 16. If you want it on the sleeve or outer label, you can do that. They would like you to have a PNG or JPEG, at least 150 DPI, sRGB for the colors. That way you kind of color match the best you can. And to color match, you just simply kind of set it up that way. So I'm going to open up a Photoshop file. And again, this can be done with any Illustrator too. So if you have a picture, okay, so you have a picture here, and you're going to print this up. you would size it to fit the parameters, in this case, 12 by 16. You're going to go to check your color. Okay. Let me find it here for this. Color settings. Okay, and your sRGB. Okay, most of your computers are going to be set up that way to start with. Okay, so it's kind of the most common way of doing it. What that means is what you see on your screen should pretty much look like when they print it out. And they can print full color, meaning they can do a photograph. It's no longer like when you think silk screen, you think a couple colors and they, you can do that. But you can also do full color. Okay, so that's kind of a cool advantage of doing these print on demand is they do that. And like I said, they have templates. If you need a template, you kind of click here and download it. And then you can just go. And they have tips in here on how to do this. And the PNGs are transparent, meaning there's no background on them. Okay, so if you were to do a simple Illustrator file, let's say we did something with some typography on it. You do new. And we know it's 12 by 16. And we're going to do just RGB color mode, just so we have it there. This is our template. This is the area that goes on the shirt. And I'm going to just do a couple words. I'm going to scale this one up. And I'm just going to go through my typefaces, right? And you guys have typefaces. And now remember, we can download our typefaces also from Adobe, right? So you can go in here to find more and you can do that. And I'm just going to find some kind of funky little cool typeface. Do that. And then I want this one to be the same. So remember eyedropper. I'm going to select that type and come back with the eyedropper and select this and pull that up. All right. And I can, scale as I need to. Put this over here. I want to make that, fairly large. It's going to go onto a t-shirt. And I want to see my centers. So I'm going to just kind of show my rulers. And I know my center. I'm going to grab a guide out. The other ruler is 6 inches. And then I'm going to have the B, and then I'm going to put the kind in. And just kind of graphically put those all together. I want to do a center. I'm going to center them both up. Okay, and I'm good with the overlap. And again, we're not limited to colors. Right now it just came out black, but I can, switch the colors to whatever I want. And we're just gonna do purple. Okay. I would save this. In this case, they said they'd like to be JPEGs or PNGs. And I want to do a PNG so I get transparency, right? So the color of the t-shirt prints between the letter forms. So real simple, export as. In this case, I've got PNG. And we're going to click export. And we want to do 300 DPI. Okay. And we want transparent as the background. We'll click OK. And then we come back to our Printful itself. And let's say we want to make this. All right, so I'm going to start a designing. Basic. And I'm in a system, so it kind of knows who I am in this particular case. And I'm going to just leave it white for now. I'm going to upload my design. That was the one yesterday. Let me delete that one. Here's today's Be Kind. Place it. So it puts it in, and then it'll show you where it is. And let me just pick another color for my shirt. Go with the gray. And if you click on it, it shows you the area. So you can kind of scale your work. So you can always scale it down if you want to. And then it has things up here to help you position it, to center it, right, left, whatever you need to do with that. So they've got it all kind of built in. And you can pull that up, that's too far up. Go just below the print area. I'm going to double check my position because I hit it. Okay. And then you just pick your size and go forward. Okay. And if you're like, well, I don't know, maybe let's see how it looks on another shirt. And you can kind of go through and kind of get a visual idea as to what it's going to look like. And again, you can change this up to different colors based upon the shirt you do. Okay, so it might not look right on navy, but if I went with a white, maybe that would look good. You know, likewise on a black, it won't. Maybe it does look pretty good. That's pretty good actually. You know, but if there's a color it doesn't work, you can change your design up, and you just have multiple files that you would upload. Okay, and then you hit continue and go through and pay for it and all that. So you can, at this point, print this up, send it to yourself to make, you know, for family or friends or whomever, or yourself. And again, I would always recommend trying things out just to kind of see before you, if you go to start an e-commerce site, just so you know it's right before you get going. Okay. But again, relatively simple, and we can use that same design on something else. So let's see. And you can put it on a hoodie. Phone case. Let me do, let's do about a coffee mug. Let's see what they have. And you can also do enlargements. All right, so you can do actually print on canvases, and they could frame stuff, posters, like we're going to be doing. So, you know, it's a good place to, even if you have something large that you want to print out, you can do that. Okay, so you can do 12 by 12, 12 by, or 24 by 36. You know, pillowcases, water bottles. So let's just do a water bottle. Let's mock it up. And they have a separate mock-up that you can use for when you start your e-commerce, that type of thing. And again, this is going into my store. It knows I have stuff. Let's see if it'll open up here. Oh. There we go. So we're going to place it. And I haven't done the water bottle yet, so it looks like it wants to go into that area there. And let me see the 3D view. And there's the mock-up view. Boom. All right. And that's how it would be. Okay. So just like that, you can have your own water bottle. And then you hit continue, and bam, they're going to charge you, and they'll make it and send it to you. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. They also have some things in here that you can, I don't know, I haven't done it because I always do my own designs, but you know, if you have something, you know, you just want to do, you know, Merry Christmas, you can put something like that on there, type of thing. And you can use it in combination. Okay. And it looks like that will be on the other side. Let's see if it prints it up that way. Yep, see, it will actually put it on the opposite sides. Okay, that's kind of cool. And they have premium. Looks like these charge, but I'm not sure. I think they're starting a new model where some things are free, and in this case, they cost you $1 if you want to use the picture in your designs, which is not bad, right? If you just have, you get one shot and it's going to work for you, to be charged $1, well worth it, right? To just have the image if that's the perfect image for you. Delete that off of there. We'll delete that off of there. Okay. So really kind of cool way of doing it. And again, it's a nice way of getting your ideas out, your designs out. And at this point, you can start to, make some money off. You can say, here's my design, show them to your friends, show it to them as a photo on your phone. Would you like to buy one? And here's the price you want to charge them. And say, oh, look, I'll have it in 2 weeks or less. And they're typically pretty quick with this stuff. I'm going to say roughly it's, a few days. Let me just see what they're saying, like for a t-shirt. It can vary depending on the time of year. Obviously with, the holidays, could get a little bit longer. And you can also do embroidery. Let me just. There we go. And you can turn everything off. That's pretty cool. On and off with that. Change. So you could change the wordings even. And let me just see what they're going to take time wise. Not saying. I can tell you right now, this company is working pretty quick. I had stuff get ordered the other day from some customers. They ordered it in the morning. By the afternoon, they were shipping it. It was like, wow, you guys are doing it actually too quick for me. Didn't even let me have time to process some of it. But yeah, they're pretty good. So, and again, I don't think, $12.95 is too bad for a t-shirt, right? We all the time spend 20, 30 bucks on a t-shirt. At least in this case, it's, the exact color you want. You can pick your size, and the design is something that you like or something you've done, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I think this is a really great time to be able to do that and be able to get stuff up. The other thing I want to show you guys is stickers. People love stickers, you guys know. Very, very reasonable. You can print up, like I do round stickers. You can print these up all day long, and you can do this is a 3x3. 68 bucks for 50 or 86 bucks for 100, right? So you can double your stickers for a couple bucks, 40 bucks more, 20 bucks more. These are good to have. Like I said, you can charge people $2-3 bucks a sticker. In this case, you're buying it for 86 cents. Okay, and obviously it gets cheaper with the more that you purchase at this point. So look into stickers, and I use Sticker Mule. There are other companies out there. They have a variety of different ovals or rounded or holographic. They're really kind of do a nice job on stuff. I've never had a problem, and they really hold up quality wise. They last forever. I've got some that are stuck on my car for 3 years or more, and they haven't even started to fade. And they do custom die cuts with them. So yeah, I think stickers are a cool way of going. You don't need labels probably. They do some custom magnets. They're kind of like the flimsy little magnets if you want. And buttons are cool. People use a lot of buttons. I sell buttons to stores wholesale because it costs too much to ship them individually. But you can see you get those 45 cents each if you do 100 type of thing. And pretty quick, right? These things are, if I order something today, it'll be here by middle to early next week. So they're pretty quick with their production, and these are all made in New York State also. So again, another way that you can start to get designs done and get stuff out there. And you can see here, you can go photographic, or you can go very illustrator based with your designs, right? More that illustrator vector feel. Okay, it's really up to you whether you're doing something like this or you're over in something like Printful with your designs. Okay, like I said, I want you guys to be able to actually do this and go from it, right? Because there's, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in here, and they talk you through, right? They kind of go through what you got to do to set this stuff up, which is kind of nice. And this is something. Let me just see what this is while we're here. Printful Plus, Plural. Oh, they're giving you some more design tools, which you guys probably won't need because you guys are designers, right? You guys know how to get creative, but it looks like you can do some more mock-ups. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the cost is. Get a new phone case. You can work it all up, right? You can have your own phone case. I should look into that. I'm getting a new phone. Accessories. Let's see if they have the new iPhone. It's not the I'm gonna say not the most durable, probably. Kind of. Let me see if we do the phone. I didn't even have my phone in here yet. Okay, but you can get it and you can print on it. You can make your own custom case. Kind of sweet. Okay. So, questions about this kind of print on demand, being able to take your work and put it into something, whether it be for yourself or for products for your family for the holidays, or for ultimately, hopefully, starting up maybe a little business. Again, it's not too early, guys. I think you guys are living in a time that's unbelievable that you can even do this kind of stuff. And I think you should start that and start looking into it, and make a few items and see how they go. And again, you can change them per season based upon what you're doing. Mouse pads. Let me see the mouse pads. Dude, I think I'm gonna have to mock this up too. I can sell some mouse pads. Okay, questions, guys? Still awake? Hello, 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 hello. They're still with me? Really? Anybody? You?
I mean, I'm kind of familiar with this stuff for the most part already. I've had a few of my I've had a few stuff custom printed for me, my friends.
Oh, cool.
And that sort of thing. Yeah, because sometimes we just like make memes of each other, and so we just like to joke around and put it on a shirt.
Yeah, no, that's totally cool. And you guys should, right? You guys are creative, so I guess I don't care if it's a photo or a drawing or whatever. Do it. I think that's great. I'm glad you guys are doing that. Who are you using to make your shirts?
I forget off the top of my head, because for the last one we did, I had a friend of mine do it because he was already ordering shirts anyway, so just had him do it. So I'd probably have to ask him, but I don't know. I mean, there's dozens of them out there. I feel like there's no wrong choice.
Totally. You like how it came out?
Yeah, well, the last one we did, a friend of mine, he was playing a racing game, and he made this, and he was complaining, and he's like, "God, this car turns like a boat," and we're like, "But boats turn pretty well, my dude." It's like, well, not on land, they don't. So we just have a shirt that says, this car turns like a boat, and it's just a black shirt in big white font, just in bold text. So
Awesome.
we
That's
wear that
classic.
every so often.
Classic. Yeah. Like that's cool, right? That's what we, that's the beauty of the time now. You couldn't do that 20 years ago, right? Now you can just do
Yeah.
one shirt and be happy with it,
Yeah. Now all that has to happen is one of my friends just has to say one dumb thing, like like boats turning on land, and now it becomes a shirt of ours.
You never know, right? And you never know if something's going to take off even. It could be the next big thing. Stupider things happen for sure.
Yeah, next big TikTok trend or something.
Yes. So yeah, I would highly encourage you guys to look into this stuff. I think it's a great way to be creative, to be able to share your work with the world. You're going to learn a little bit along the way. And again, what I'm talking about, they're doing this like for big companies. We're not just talking like me, my little company. I mean, we're talking, I don't know, like Dunkin' Donuts is going to have like special Dunkin' Donuts T-shirts and stuff. They're doing it this way because they don't have any inventory. They're not risking anything. They've just put in some time to design and get it organized, but they don't have to have 1,000 shirts sitting around. So, like I said, a lot of companies are doing it this way, and they're also doing it for special events. They're having I don't know, the company's having a pizza party. So they want to give everybody a T-shirt for the pizza party, and they can do it this way and get exactly what they need, and they can get it in a relatively quick time frame. So, other questions and thoughts? Yes. All right. Again, if questions arise, let me know. If you're like, hey, I really want to do this, I want to go e-commerce, we can have, little call out sessions and talk. So I can help you. I'm here to help you and guide you along the way. And like I said, I get excited because it's such a cool time to be able to do this. And I couldn't do what I'm doing now with my little business had it not be taking advantage of the times that we're in, because it is different and it is unique, and I think you guys need to take advantage of that. And like I said, you never know where something's going to go. Like I said, if you had asked me 7 years ago that I'd be selling all this stuff, I would have laughed at you like, what are you talking about? But now you can. And it's just about working things up and getting things available that you can do. And like I said, you don't have to have the e-commerce. You can do it just kind of selling to friends or going to the craft fair or something like that. You can have stuff. Okay. All right. Questions about that? Everybody good? All right. So questions about our logos and where we're going with those. We had a couple people want to possibly share. Let me get the shares going. I think that's right. Let me see. Okay, and all right, so I'm opening up the share. If you guys want to put some stuff up there, you guys can do that now. Anybody want to share?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so it's kind of get it a little bit bigger. I had this idea of, since vegan health or vegan trend, whatever you want to call it, is kind of a huge thing right now, to have it be called vegan travel. Just so like everything, like if you're traveling in a in a plane, it's like what you're sitting on is, like cruelty free or something like that,
Okay.
and just kind of have a model on that type of thing.
Okay. I like the TV combination. I think that can potentially work. I think if you do the TV, I would kind of make it like a monogram where it's kind of it's separate. I wouldn't try to pull it into like you have that TV and then you have travel next to it. I would kind of just make the icon separate and the word vegan travel underneath potentially, or adjacent to the right or left of it.
Okay.
I mean, there's something there that's, I don't know, something visually interesting about that. I think the vegan circle, I think it's going to be just so generic, nobody's going to know what that is. Even if you put vegan travel, it's just going to be like, okay, it's just, it's not, you're not going to get excited by it. Does that make sense? And it's not going to be incredible.
That's why I liked the VT thing. Is it just because then you can always then just say that it's also, you're traveling. I could like spin that logo some way and be like, go that way.
Yeah, totally. So I would work that VT and then the idea of the word vegan travel below, to the left, right, whatever. But you could also play with that VT. I see you have it in kind of a rectangle. Maybe it's a rectangle, maybe it's a
this one over here?
Yeah, up top.
This one?
Yeah. You see you had that kind of the icon kind of. So play with it like, is it in a box or is it not in a box or is it in a frame? Does that make sense? So even if you did the VT in a circle, that would probably work. But again, you're going to need the word vegan travel with it. But that would work. Exactly. That symbol would work in the circle. But it might work in a square or an oval or a rounded box. I don't know. Or it might be good without anything type of thing. Just kind of the icon itself. And then the word vegan travel nicely typed out below or to the, probably the right of it.
Okay.
That's cool.
I also had, come on. It's and this one's just kind of, I was watching
the movie
Doom and I was like, like, this looks interesting to me. This sounds interesting to me. So I just did like Doom travel just for fun.
That's a nice mark there, that DT you're looking at right there. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Because there's a T in it and a D like all in like one. And then later on I was watching I forget what Tim Burton movie it was, and then I was just like, I just started like doing like random just thing and it ended up looking like kind of spooky or whatever. And then I was thinking the Fibonacci sequence. I don't know how to go with that. But
cool.
Then I'll just do one more and then hand it off. And then this one was gonna be called this one's gonna obviously be called Pig Airlines or Pig Travel. Just in a sense, the company is going to be helping farmers get to different locations.
Okay. I think of those, I think the idea of the vegan travel is kind of cool. I mean, I could kind of see there's a little niche market of they're geared to people that want to travel, and when they get there, there's a list of either vegan hotels or they cater to that.
I thought so too. That's the reason why. I think it's a huge trend thing going on right now.
Try it. I think again, this is where we play. This is where we experiment, and I would try the vegan. So cool. Okay. Good job, man. Good job. Nice. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah, I can share too. So.
Okay.
This is what I'm currently doing so far, and I want to do like a twist. Well, not a twist, but more like of and up for a little bit. I kind of want to do like a space travel thing and not like an airline thing. It will
Cool.
still have like a connection with airlines, but it'll be more set in like in space and all that kind of stuff.
Why not, right? People go to space all the time now.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's your favorite one of where we are here? What we're looking at? What's catches your eye?
Well, personally, I like the one. Maybe the mouse. Can you see the mouse or
Yeah, I can see your
the
mouse.
arrow?
Yep.
The arrow. I like this one where the letters are like circling around. That one's like my favorite one out of all of them, to be honest. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you can work with that. I think you need to play with the topography. I don't know if you have to do like the S, the T, the A, the C
Mhm.
in a different color. I think it's kind of like jumps you around. I think I would maybe all cap the word travel. You have Dawn and travel, all caps. And then you have space travel agency or space travel agency company, whatever, if that's what you want.
Mhm.
Yeah. What's with the two arrows pointing, the black and white ones underneath the rocket?
Oh, the arrows.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel like it's supposed to like kind of represent the white one. Kind of represents like going into the black one, like you're going to space, like a new era
Okay.
or a new dawn. So
Okay.
that's what I was kind of thinking about, and that I just kind of feel like these two arrows, they can't just get off my mind. Like I had to incorporate them and have a purpose in this logo somehow.
Okay. I'm just asking because I mean you always want to ask, what are you thinking about with that? And that makes sense. So yeah, I would play with that, the one you like. Play with it like as it is, or play with it adding it into maybe a circle going around it, or a circle in the inside, circle on the outside. I don't know, just kind of play with that and see the combinations, because you've already got some of it like in the circle. Looks like you even have a variation up there in the gray.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I would work that up. Keep playing
Okay.
with that, and see where that goes. Really pay attention to the type, and just make sure the typefaces are exactly what you want. So go through the typefaces that are available to you and see what works for you. But nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very cool.
Thanks.
Excellent. Anybody else for today? All right. So work on the logos. We'll look at some more on Thursday. So you saw what we just did. Those that didn't present today. Just get some stuff. We'll have a little quick discussion, and we'll keep that moving along. And we'll spend a fair amount of time on Thursday working on that. So you can be prepared to show your stuff Thursday. That way you can take the next few days after that and tweak it out so it'll be ready for the 9th when we're going to be turning these in. Okay. Anything else for today, guys? Any other questions? All right, go create, make beautiful stuff. Do a t-shirt. You got Thanksgiving coming up. You could have a good Thanksgiving t-shirt. Nobody thinks about Thanksgiving t-shirts. It's a big holiday. We need more Thanksgiving decorations. Everybody gets caught up in the Christmas.
I was about to say, like, don't you know that Christmas is right around the corner?
Yeah, well, I know, but we got Thanksgiving first. We got Halloween, everybody decorates, and then we have, Thanksgiving kind of gets lost. Maybe a couple leaves here and there, nothing fancy. But go do something. All right, guys. If there's no other questions, have an awesome day, and we'll talk on Thursday. Thank you all.
All right, see you guys next time.
Bye.
I have a question.
Yes.
You're still recording, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let me turn it off for you.